I'm Olivia Hires with the Franklin County Buzz. We're here today with Nancy Silvertooth, who is a candidate for the 39th District State Representative. Thank you so much for being here today, Nancy.
Thank you, Olivia, for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, you're one of 23 women Democrats.
So I believe that sounds about right. However, I didn't get together with 23 women Democrats to run. I just did this on my own. Yeah, right.
But that's a huge number of women Democrats, or women in general, running for a state legislative office. You focus a lot on criminal justice reform. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, my background is for 24 years as circuit court clerk. Of course, I was right in the middle of court system details. I know the court systems. I know the criminal justice system, especially in Tennessee. And I'm especially interested in not only the criminal justice reform, the whole picture, but addiction and mental health issues, which are so devastating to many people.
And it's really ramping up here in Tennessee. There's a lot more people affected by addiction and mental health than people would think.
Right. We hear every day of just the devastation of the people dying of overdoses.
What do you think that you could do with to help reform the criminal justice system if you make it into the House of Representatives?
Well, of course, what needs to happen is criminal justice reform and a focus on the addiction and mental health issues all need to be tied into health insurance for everything, for everyone. That would help to me a lot if our people, for instance, now coming out of jail that don't have the money, that are uninsured, that don't have the money to get treatment if they need it, if they could be covered by health insurance and get treatment, I think that would cut down on recidivism right there. So I would like to see an effort to tie those three factors in together.
And the Franklin County Prevention Coalition does do some work with the local jail for their reentry program.
Yes, they do.
A very good program.
Right. We have the Reentry Program, which is great, and I've worked in the Reentry Program, by the way. Right after I retired from the clerk's office, Miss Christine Hawkins hired me to work in reentry, and that's really an eye-opener, working actually with the folks in jail as their problems as they come out of jail and sometimes wind up back in there. One great crying need to me is health insurance. They need to be able to get treatment whether they have the money or not.
So you really see healthcare reform and criminal justice reform as the same beast that needs to be tackled.
Well, yes, and of course a major compelling factor to me, even getting in this race, is healthcare. I was working started about 2 years ago or more, learning all I could about Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act to help people with their insurance problems. And of course learned right away that everyone does not qualify, is not eligible due to their income level mostly. And of course was very just stunned and disheartened, and just it was sickening when the committee in February of 2015 turned down Governor Haslam's Insure Tennessee, because I thought, oh, that's the answer, everyone can get health insurance. And it was with disbelief that I saw them do that, and basically then learned that they were basically putting politics above people. People were sick and dying, low-income people, and they continued. I was hoping that somewhere during the during the year that they would change, and so I want to really, really do something about that if I can.
Well, I'm just amazed by all of your goals and what you really want to accomplish with this. Not even, it's amazing to me, especially when it comes to criminal justice reform. That is a huge problem, especially in the state of Tennessee. There's a very high recidivism rate. But there's a very high rate of reoffending and of reentry into the jail of people who, and there's even something like the school to prison pipeline. You know, you do bad in school, you're more
Right.
likely to go into jail.
Right.
And it's just,
And of course, when I got my mind on it, especially, I was thinking about health care first of all, and the need of people that need health insurance. And then I thought, well, with my background in the court system, and I worked for lawyers before I even got into the court system. And the court system is something that I really know. I mean, I had criminal courts, general sessions criminal, circuit criminal, and of course all the civil courts, child support, everything that goes with being a country circuit court clerk. You get it all. And so I believe I could really be helpful in the legislature and working with, by the way, working with everyone, both sides. Now, as you know, there's even a push by Republicans, coming down from the famous Koch brothers, or infamous Koch brothers, a push for criminal justice reform. So there should be a place where we can meet there and work on these issues and really, really get something done.
there should be a bipartisan way
There should
for
be.
the state to handle this.
Yes.
And education, you also, I saw that on your Facebook, that goes hand in hand with the healthcare and the criminal
Sure.
justice. I saw the technical school.
Right. We've Miss Christine Hopkins, who of course has run our Reentry Program for several years, has worked so hard, and she has tried with the current legislators, and I think they've tried to get this technical school here, and we need it bad, and that would be a priority, a top priority of mine, to see what I could do to work with whoever I could in the legislature to get that done for Franklin County.
Well, you're a wonderful asset to Franklin County. It's so wonderful to know that you want to go up to bat for us here up in the Capitol.
Well, thank you, and that's a good term. I do want to go to bat for the people who are hurting, actual people, not have a political agenda or do what somebody out there wants me to do for political reasons. I want to be helpful to people. In fact, that's what I've been very fortunate in the jobs I've had as working for a lawyer, and in the court system. You have opportunities to make life a little better for people as you go along.
So you really want to put the people back in politics.
Exactly. My mantra would be people over politics.
Wonderful. I'm really looking forward to see how this turns out for you, and thank you so very much for coming in and talking to us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm Olivia Hires, and this has been a Buzz Moment.